Welcome back to the well. We try to cleanse with the desertification, and we got our guy with Unbreaking 2. Listen, it's not 3, we'll get there eventually. But I've been here a while and I couldn't find Unbreaking 3, so the desert has grown quite a bit. As you can see, that was plains. Yep, no more. Let's go take a look up. Oh my god, yeah, okay, there's still snow here, but all of this is now a desert. And this is not exactly the place I want the desert to be. There's the corruption over there, and crimson, and whatever. I might want to upgrade my pickaxe to mine Ebenstone, so we can at least, like, break the corruption and the crimson. So for that, we'll have to do some potion and go in the nether. Let's at least put Unbreaking 2 on these wings, and here we go. We also need a source of gunpowder. If you don't know, in Terraria, the Dryad can tell you the status of your world, how much hollow, corrupt, and crimson is in your world, and how is left, so you can clean it. The sad part is that the Dryad has nothing in its dialogue to actually tell us the corruption in the world, but I feel like I have a good chance on cleaning this, before day 100. There's camel everywhere. Also, we need a rose, a charged rose, and there's not right now, so we need to wait more and hope that we can see one. So let's go in the nether and try to find something to make fire res potion to get hellstone. So we need this structure right here, because inside there is, if I can find it here, the hell forge. We actually need this to smelt the hellstone. If I take my time to not get burned, I can at least collect these here and try to get enough to make myself enough hellstone ingot for the armor and the pickaxe. Alright, with a bit of piglin borrowing, I got myself a few fire res potions, so I can finish this pretty quickly. This biome is the best. This is the ash biome. Look at the... oh, wait, hold on. Look at the amount of hellstone there is. I need this guy here. He has the... oh god, okay. I need to make sure he doesn't lose it in the lava. I don't want to summon the wall of flesh yet, but I need the voodoo doll. There it is. Nice. If we ever want to fight the wall of flesh, it's gonna be there. But with that, we have almost 9 stack of raw hellstone. I think it's gonna be almost enough. Let me get these here and we can come back home. We can start smelting. Okay, what is that? Why? Is that a sandstorm on the island? Oh my god. It is. But there's a chance that it gives the thing that I need from this, so I'm not too unhappy, but what the heck? Maybe I'm not as safe as I thought. Anyway, I made a goblin battle standard. It's time to fight the goblin army. Maybe if I go sleep, it's gonna go away. Nope. Anyway, let's go fight the goblin army on the desert. And while I'm here, I'm going to also click this to get the dungeon compass to know where to find the dungeon. All right, let's see what this storm has in store. All right, let's go. This should be done pretty quickly. Okay, they're here. Yeah, that's gonna be quick. There we go. Goblin enemy has been defeated. Now we can have the Goblin Tinkerer. All right, now I can buy the workshop and the rocket boots. And with that, I can make the Spectre boots. So now I can actually fly for a little bit. How does it do with Elytra? Okay, it makes me elevate. I like it. All right, now that we got a better armor and our jump boots, I think it's time we go and actually reveal everything here and note all of the biome and the desert crystal. It's gonna take a while. Let's go. What have I got myself into? What have I got myself into? Now this was the map I uncovered, and now this is the full map of the world. And now this is all the biomes and the crystals, you know, the thing I broke to unleash the desert. All the golden orange D are the crystal that I found. We've got the corruption, which is purple, and the crimson, which is red. So this is all I have to cleanse, to purify with the desertification. Like, fortunately, some of them are very close. Like, these are actually a few, like, dozen blocks apart. So I just need to break it and AFK probably on this floating island and let it infect. But some of them, like this one, I will need the sand. I will need to make the ritual and create some sand. So how about we start the first one? And I'm looking at this one right here. It is pretty small. I just noticed there's a patch here that I need to add. Also, during the mapping of this world, I uncovered a weird exploit that I want to show you. If you go in your inventory and you remove your boots, which is the Spectre boots, you can fly again. Then you remove it, and then you fly again. And you can basically have infinite flight by doing this. And this is how I got through the whole map. And we are about already there. The map is not so big, it's just that the jungle is so laggy for some reason. Okay, here we go. There's that here. And there's that crimson here. I'm approaching a jungle too, so that's why it's already lagging. Like the jungle, I don't know what is going on. But the crystal is here. I haven't seen any crystal up there. We can't see one. So let's go unleash the desert on this crimson. Now, unfortunately, it is kind of far, so it's gonna take some time. But here we go. The desert is here. Hopefully, the desert is strong enough to out-infect the crimson. I'm pretty sure it will. Why is it orange desert? That's so weird. It's not normal one. But anyway, here we go. I can see, and the desert is spreading. Yeah, this is orange grass. It's gonna be different. I think it's the same kind of desert, the same plants and the same spread. What we're gonna do is go up there, around here, and I'm pretty sure if we go see at the desert, it is spreading. So, let's dig ourselves in the ground, somewhere safe. Like right here, we hide in the ground. And I'm gonna try my best, because we're in 1.21.1. I don't have any time-lapse mod or replay mod or anything compatible right now. Or at least I don't know one, so we're gonna go like this. And hopefully, we're gonna have a nice time-lapse. Alright, so this alone took about 4 hours, and I had to like cut the time lapse because I needed to move because of the ticking speed. And ooh, that's nice. If we look at the map, the whole biome is gone. There's like a patch here and some trees, and I have an idea for this. If we talk to the Dryad and we trade, we can buy the Purification powder. Let's buy a few. And we use the Purification powder, we can actually, well, do the normal thing. Cleanse the world. Anything remaining, can you not? Can be cleansed with this. But I think they're gonna decay anyway, because they don't, yeah, they're not attached. It's fine, it's just the tick. So technically, this crimson biome here, except the leaves, is actually done. We can delete this waypoint, and we just have a few dozen more. This will take a while. Alright, so now that we're done with the crimson here, what we're gonna do is find other biome with desert crystal near them and try to do as much as we can before we can do the ritual, because we can't do it yet. We don't have any roses. They don't spawn. I don't know where they are. Like, I've been waiting here for like 4 hours and there's absolutely no rose for some reason. I'm not sure what makes them spawn, but oh, wait, hold on. What is that? I'm just blind. I am just blind. I just need, I need silk touch, I think. Either way, I'm not taking any chances. It's here. I can't see my face. Let's go get silk touch. All right, so I don't think I need the sand rose looking at how the ritual work, but I now have some nameless construct part to make this, and then all I need is to get an netherite ingot and make an enchanted scorpion tail. The problem, can you please, is that I need 4 desert flower, and these only sprouts when there's rain in the desert, so we need to wait for rain again. So what we can do is go somewhere else, since all of the crimson here is out, and find another area to, well, cleanse with desert. There's not a lot of place. Okay, we can go here. This is a close one. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Let's go. I just stopped recording and restarted. I got one. Okay, there's already here. I just need to find them. There was probably at some point some rain while I was waiting, and now they can just... Here. No, that's a small cacti. Alright, so we now have cleansed one of the biggest area of the corruption, and it looks like this on the map. There's bigger one, but for now, that's gonna do it. We almost have everything we need to make the ritual to summon some sand. All we need to find is more salt ponds. They are so rare. I have a few that I placed at home with silk touch. But if you noticed, we are right next to a coal biome with a frosted prison, and gaining the soul render would make our movement so much better. So, let's go beat Maledictus. Okay, so I do need you to give me the key. Thank you. There is nothing in here that I need. So I will just go straight down to Maledictus and find him directly. Interesting, they can't go through the door. I did not know that. Okay, at this stage, this should actually be relatively easy to beat Maledictus. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, with this mobility, he's pretty easy to dodge. I forgot to put my armor. I can also use the Shield of Cthulhu to just iframe some attacks. Like if he charges me, I can charge back and I take no damage. Anyway, he's dead. I can finally make a soul render and zoom through the world. Oh yeah, here we go. Now that's the speed. Alright, this is going to make it so much faster to go around. We still need salt crystals, so we're about done to do the ritual. We can actually look at here. This is unfortunately all I have. These pawns here, they are so rare. So let's go straight south. I have an area where we can probably get more salt crystal like this. Okay, now we're zooming. Okay, here we go. We've got some corruption here. We've got some crimson there. And we've got you here. This desert crystal is in the middle of a river. It's gonna take some time to get over there, but if all of this dries, there's a good chance we get some salt crystals. So, but by the way, we are now day 84, and since this is taking absolutely so long and I don't want to be here all my life, we're gonna put the random tick speed to 12 instead of 6, making it twice as fast to spread. Alright, here we go. Alright, we are done with this whole area, and if we look at the map, it is the biggest right now that we've done. There's like 2 deserts at the same time, one that broke here and the one that we started where we got the crystals from the river. We have just enough to make a few desert sand at the ritual, and this all here, well, there's a few like leaves that will decay. Everything is now a desert. I even went and cleared these with some powder. There's also a rose that got hell-bent and is now stuck in the nether, but that's just a detail that we'll ignore and move on for the ritual. And if we look at the plan, we got an outside layer of glazed sand. And now we're charging the altar. We put 1 gold here, the diamond here, and the sand block here. So now when it's charged, it's going to create a single piece by using the salt crystal in our inventory, a single piece of desert sand. And now we can truly begin the desertification of everything that is too far from a desert crystal. So let's go, I've got work to do. My god, what you see behind me is the last piece of corruption in this whole world. Everything else is gone, as you can see. It's only deserts. Everything that is left is actually outside the border. I can't reach it. This is the whole map fully desertified, except this one. So I have 4 pieces right now, and I will place 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Now we're gonna hide underground and finally finish what took way too long. It's day 260. I need this challenge to end. Okay, let's get out of the hole. It's done. Finally. I need to stay away from the jungle. It's still very laggy. I was actually really lucky to not have more than like 1 crimson or corruption in jungle, because it makes the ground fall down and lag the game atrociously. But now we can actually fly in our world, and we will now never find any single evil biome, because everywhere we go we're gonna find desert now. Giant desert. I would say barren desert, but there's actually a lot of life in there. It is pretty dangerous, and we have a massive problem of flower in the nether, but I don't care. We're done. This took way too long. It is probably one of the dumbest idea I've had but I pulled through. Just took a lot of AFKing and monopolizing my computer to get rid of all the evil biome. One honorable mention thing, this is the largest pool of salt crystal I've ever seen. This whole place here is crystal. This here, there's even on the other side of the barrier. I was struggling to find some at the beginning of this, but now I had way more than enough with this. Another fun fact, this is the only red sand, orange sand desert we've got. Everything else is orange, like this, or normal desert. This is the only red desert sand. And there's also another hell flower over there. I think I have one at every major desert we've got. Like, we've got this huge one here. I know there's one there, one here. There's another one here. They're easy to find because they make these giant glass circle like this with these like orange-red dots. So yeah, they're everywhere, but we're done. So hope you enjoyed. That was a fun experiment. A bit tedious. Let me know in the comments what you want me to do next with Confluence or Desertification. And as always, you're awesome. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.